Hi guys, in this video we'll learn how to solve quadratic equation when the leading coefficient is more than 1. Here we have 5, but the method we'll be using is called the factorization method. For us to solve by factorization, all we have to do is to take the leading coefficient 5 and multiply it to the last term. When you multiply 5 to the last term, you are having 10. So now you are going to look at the multiples of 10. In the multiples of 10, you are going to think of the one that once you multiply them together, you get a positive 10. And if you add them together, you get the middle term, a negative 11. So in the numbers, if you look at 2 times 5, 2 times 5 is 10, using factor 2 and 5. But if you add 2 and 5 together, you get plus 7, which is not negative 10. When you multiply minus 1 to minus 10, you are going to get plus 10 because minus minus is plus. And when you add minus 1 to plus 10, you are minus 10. You are going to get minus 11. So the most accurate factor of plus 10 we are going to use is this. So we are going to use it to expand this function. We have it that 5x squared, then minus 1x, then minus 10x, then plus 2 is equal to 0. It only helped us to expand because minus 1x and minus 10x is also the same thing as minus 11x. So we can now factorize by grouping. What do we mean? We group the first two terms together and the last two terms together. If I group this now, I'll group it this way. Please, there is a plus separating them now, because if I leave it like this, it becomes multiplication. So here we have to factor a common term, and the common term here is x. If I factor x, what will you multiply to x to get this? You are left with 5x. X times 5x is 5x squared. When you factor 5x from minus x, you are left with minus 1. Then in the second bracket, the common term here is what? Minus 2. If you factor minus 2, you are left with 5x, then minus 1, and it's equals to 0. At this time, you observe that the two brackets are the same. So you are going to pick one, 5x minus 1, then multiplied by another bracket. But the thing that will fill in the brackets are the numbers multiplying the common brackets, which is x minus 2, and is equals to 0. Recall in quadratic, whenever you multiply two terms and is equals to 0, that means one of them is 0 or both of them are zeros. So we pick off the first bracket. When we have 5x minus 1 to be equals to 0, what then is the value of x? To get the value of x, we just have to shift, crosses the equality sign, it becomes 1, divide through by 5, and divide by 5. You divide by 5, x is equals to 1 over 5. Okay, one of the solutions of x is that x is 1 over 5. When x minus 2 is equals to 0, we test that when x minus 2 is equals to 0. Minus 2 crossing the equality sign gives a positive 2. That means that x is equals to 2. So the values of x is that x is 2 and x is 1 over 5. So exciting. Bye-bye.